All right, welcome back to the channel, everybody, and welcome back to Reddit Rejects, the show where we reject things said on Reddit. Today, not as much of a rejection as it is an answer to a question posed by this Redditor. So, in 3.18, we're back to one single location to clear crime stat. Just why? The fact that we have 4 locations across Stanton was so comfortable, so you can avoid PvP or at least reduce the risk of getting shot by a player. Note that I do PvP sometimes, this is not the point. I just don't get why we are back to one single location in the entire system to clear this. This will result in massive PvP orgies, gross, and therefore many player in prison, etc. Is anyone upset by this? While I understand the fear that the level of combat surrounding security post Korea will be unmanageable, it seems to me that this is by far a better system, and this is because my favorite thing to do in the verse is hunt bounty targets. I feel like that's what I do in the verse. Now, the reason that I really like this change as a bounty hunter is because now, if a player wants to clear his crime stat, as the Redditor suggests, they will have to go to SPK. That means, as this Redditor also suggests, that there'll be massive battles at SPK for everybody who's into PvP to take part in. It's going to mean if you want to clear your crime stat, you have to be ready to fight. Oh, do you not want to participate in PvP in Star Citizen? Okay, well that's on you. That's on you. It's part of the game. If you don't want PvP, don't get a crime stat. I understand that there are bugs that result in the giving of a crime stat when it's not really earned, but really 99% of the time in this game, if you get a crime stat, it's because you're doing something illegal. So, I mean, the solution is simple, right? If you don't want a crime stat, don't commit crimes. Here's what boggles my mind. Every day, people complain, oh, why are criminals not punished more? Prison time's not enough. There should be more of a punishment in game for people who grief other people, blah, 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 blah. Complaining about the criminal aspect of Star Citizen, which is meant to be in the game. And then when CIG comes and says, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make it even harder for criminals to survive and not go to prison by making them only one place to clear their stat. It's a guaranteed firefight. It's going to promote team play. It's going to promote org play. It's going to promote PvP, and it's going to ultimately make it so much more difficult for a criminal to clear his crime stat, which means more criminals are going to go to prison. Isn't that what you guys wanted? He says, note that I do PvP sometimes. This is not the point. That is the only point. This is all that you were talking about, and you not wanting to engage in PvP as a result of getting a crime stat. And now listen, I'm open to other solutions to this, right? I'm not saying that the only way to play Star Citizen is for SPK to be the only place to clear a crime stat. I don't care. They can do whatever they want, right? There's many different ways we can go about this, but I am excited to try this solution out. I'm excited to be able, as a law-abiding PvP player, to go over to SPK and expect that there will probably be some action there. We want this. I think the only people who are upset by this change are people who don't want to do PvP, which I understand. I understand that would be upsetting. PvP's in the game though. You can't do anything about that. So once again, CIG putting their foot down and saying, guys, PvP is part of the game. You can't escape it. You can't escape it, and you shouldn't want to if you're playing this game. He says the fact that we have 4 locations, I'm pretty sure there are a lot more than that, but across Stanton was so comfortable so you can avoid PvP. Oh man. How exciting does that sound? How exciting does that sound to like get into a game and be like, man, this game is so comfortable right now. It's so peaceful. Like, that's what I play video games for, to have a peaceful, comfortable time. No, I play video games for the excitement, for the adrenaline, for the test of skill, like me and another person going head to head, right? That's what I play video games for. I play them because they're interesting, not because they're comfortable. Who plays video games because they're comfortable? That's insane. You know the best way to reduce your risk of getting shot by another player? Shoot them first. That's the best way to reduce the risk. Shoot them first. Ask questions later. If you're really that worried about it, up your game. Get some better skills. Work harder. Be more aware. I like this change because it's going to promote more planning. You're going to have to think ahead better. You're going to have strategies. You're going to have to play with friends. You know, if you're playing on your own and you quantum up to SPK and there's a bunch of people there, maybe just don't go. Maybe just have a crime stat for that day, you know, and wait, keep coming back, try again. There's nothing saying you have to clear your crime stat. This is another thing that a lot of people don't seem to understand. CIG wants you to be a criminal sometimes. It's okay to live the criminal lifestyle. I understand if people don't want to have to do that, but if you're saying, I'm playing Star Citizen and I don't ever want to engage in criminal gameplay, that's fine. That's you taking on an extra challenge. That's like, all right, let's me and you fight. I'm gonna fight with only one hand. I'm gonna put my other hand behind my back. Like that's what you're kind of doing. You're handicapping yourself, which again, you're free to do that, but you can't go into a game, modify the parameters of the game in your own mind, and then pretend that everybody else is also abiding by those parameters. That's not how reality works, unfortunately. So yes, I like the change for 3.18. It's going to promote more PvP combat, which is what I'm all about. But ultimately, we'll see how it works out. Maybe we'll all get in there and it'll be terrible. Maybe not. So there you go. I just want to reiterate at the end of this here that everybody has their own opinion. That's fantastic. That's beautiful. You can think I'm wrong. I can think you're wrong. And we can all be wrong together. And that's life, man. That's cool. There is no need for uniformity. We can agree to disagree. And with that said, I reject this question and I reject this post. All right, guys, I will see you later.